My dear brother and sister in Islam, the topic is the Shahadatayn. When a person embraces Islam, what it mean? What it mean when we said, I bear witness is no one worthy of worship except Allah, and I bear witness is Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, is the messenger of Allah. It's a small sentence. What it mean? In the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Arabic people understand what the meaning the master, what the meaning the creator, what the meaning Rabb, what the meaning the owner, what the meaning Ilah, what the meaning God. Do you know what it means? Today, one of the diseases we have, we know what it means by our tongue, but we really never embrace it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us and allow us to embrace Islam really, purely, only to Him. I see today Muslim and non-Muslim alike. The Muslim who call themselves Muslim by tongue and they have a Muslim name coming from Muslim countries, but if they really check Islam and they really honest to themselves, they will find out they never embrace Islam. They inherited some of the quality and some of the manner and characteristics about a Muslim. Some, very little amount. But the reality, they never embrace Islam. Islam is a struggle from in out, a struggle against your desire, against your habit, against what you believe, the wrong belief, against anything. Because when you embrace Islam, you said no one, meaning you deny anything before Allah. My habit, my custom, my family, my relationship, where I came from, nationality, prejudiced, male or female, arrogant, ego. All this has to be completely denied before you embrace Islam. And this takes a struggle from in out, from the time you embrace Islam to the time you die. It is a processor of a complete struggle to build your salvation in this life and hereafter. Now let's go step by step, try to figure out what we say when we embrace Islam. And again, if quote-unquote Muslim who have a Muslim name, he or she, or coming from a Muslim country, ask yourself, is really I embrace Islam? And the reality, 99% of 100 people are too far from embracing Islam. We today as a Muslim, or quote-unquote Muslim, we have long way from what we're supposed to have as a Muslim. And for those who are non-Muslim, especially the one who married a Muslim or quote-unquote Muslim, you have to put in your mind, You cannot embrace Islam for someone. You cannot. Embrace Islam has to be completely, purely to Allah. Not to a person, and not to please a person, or not to create a family, or to save a family. I see it all over. When people do that, they corrupt themselves, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them a lot of tests and a lot of trial according to the intention. By this way, whoever listens to this tape, Muslim or a non-Muslim alike, ask yourself, is me really willing to submit and surrender to the will of Allah and really embrace Islam? You see, word embrace by Arabic is ad-dukhul fil Islam, meaning to enter to the fold of Islam, meaning to enter under the rule and command and teaching of Allah and His Prophet. Not only by word and Allahu Akbar and have a nice dress and have hijab and the heart is not connected. Or if he's a female and the husband give her hard time, or she see him, he's a hypocrite, or he's not following Islam, or he push her, or divorce her, or play game, or marry her for another purpose and throw her away, she drop Islam. Meaning, she never embraced Islam for Allah. Because if she or he embrace Islam for Allah, condition do not matter. Condition actually, and calamity and test. The wisdom behind it, not to hurt us, is a benefit to test us, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show and see who is the truthful and who is a liar. And there's many evidence from Quran and Sunnah. By this way, when we embrace Islam, first we have to ask ourselves, is the intention purely to Allah only? Cannot be for somebody else or because somebody else. I cannot be devoted to my husband or my children because they invite me to Islam. No. Or I embrace for them, to make them happy, to please them, or to continue my marriage. It doesn't work this way. My dear brother in Islam, number one, we have to deny everything, my love to Allah completely, my fear from Allah completely, my devotion to Allah completely, my surrender to Allah completely, everything to Allah completely. And this is Islam. Somebody said, but I cannot do that. I said, at least the intention has to be pure, and your action and your everything else, you build it up over time. It's a struggle over time, it's not one moment. But the moment you embrace Islam, intention has to be purely to Allah. What is the major element for anyone to embrace Islam? Number one, we believe Allah is the one. Allah is the name of the Creator. Is only one Creator, one God, one doer, one controller, one owner, one provider, one taker, one giver, one who gives life, he takes life. He's the one who has the success in this life and hereafter, with all kind of mean. And you can check the name of Allah later on, the quality and attribute and name of Allah. By this way, I have to deny any kind of creator or any kind of God except Allah.